Hello everybody, Nell here from the Four Corners, and welcome to a video talking about a new Ninjago character that could possibly be the answer to so many questions surrounding Season 16 and also reveal some new things by himself. So kind of recently we got that set list for Season 16 and it's seen some changes, but one thing that's pretty clear is that there's a guy called the Crystal King and he gets a base and another really big set dedicated to him just called the Crystal King. And this one guy gives us so many solid assumptions about the future of Ninjago, and today I put together the 4 best theories that he's given us. And we'll also be kind of overlapping many other theories along the way. So our first theory is one of the more obvious ones, and that is how he could be the Vengestone buyer. We know there's this guy buying lots of Vengestone, as we saw in Master of the Mountain and a little in Seabound, but who is it? And why do they need so much? Assuming Season 16 is finally about the Vengestone mystery, that guy could be the Crystal King. I know Vengestone is more of a stone and this guy is a quote-unquote Crystal King, but maybe he has so much Vengestone that he extracted that yellow core and took out all the gray stuff on the sides to make it more of a Venge Crystal, and that's a, completely new element that I just made here. And that actually leads to our second point, because using the logic of this king only using the Venge Crystal part of Vengestone, we can assume that this guy and his castle or giant monster will have a transparent yellow base color scheme. Villain color schemes are always super interesting to predict since they're so different every time, and it's easy to assume that this Crystal King would be like a rainbow color scheme. That's what I'm generally seeing with people theorizing. But it would make sense to have a yellow, gray, and maybe even orange as colors that we can expect for this guy. The third theory is again surrounded by Vengestone, and if Season 16 isn't about Vengestone, this video is gonna look super irrelevant. But anyways, it's been in question for a while to what the dude who's buying Vengestone is gonna use it for. Is he gonna make an army of robots or armor that won't be harmed by the ninja's power? Well, going back to that Crystal King set, I think yes, on one side there will be this whole Venge Crystal army or armor, but I also think the main objective is to make this giant colossus that the ninja's power cannot make a dent on, since Vengestone cancels out elemental powers. It might go one step further even and have such a concentration of Venge Crystal that anyone near it will even weaken. Maybe that's why Pixal gets that big mech. She knows they can't fight their way out of this, but they can build. Pixal could use her mechanical skills to ultimately build a suit big enough to defeat the crystal monster, making her the main character and the reason why she's getting a big set all to herself. Her building skills make her the hero here. And that would make sense because I don't see why LEGO would give Pixal this giant mech and not make her the main character. And the moral of the story might be, you don't have to have powers, all you need is knowledge and skills. Now before we get into the fourth and last theory, I do have some honorary mentions. One is by a fellow commenter who goes by the name Paulina, who said Reflecta from that Legacy 10th anniversary shirt could have been a tease to the Crystal King. Reflecta has this diamond power where she can reflect the power back to the ninja, and at the time this villain felt kind of random, but maybe some of these aspects could be carried on to the Crystal King villain. So thanks for that epic theory, Paulina, really appreciate that. And now it's time to get to our fourth and last theory of this video. So using our set knowledge for the Crystal King, we know that the next season might not be a city or home season. So every time the ninja go to another realm or mountain or ocean, for a good majority of the season, the bad guys get a main base and the main bad guy will get one set dedicated to their monster or dragon. It's been happening a lot recently when before home seasons were the only type of seasons we knew of. It was crazy to think of a season that wasn't in Ninjago up until like Season 9, I think. It looks like the Crystal King is getting a base and a monster, so it's mostly gonna be an away season, unless the Crystal King set itself isn't a monster for the guy, but the actual guy himself. That would be epic. But take this theory with a little bit of a grain of salt, because all the ninja get vehicles too, and I don't really see all the ninja getting vehicles unless they are in Ninjago. There's no way they would all get these epic cars and bikes in some other realm where they have to salvage parts. So I still have hope that this will be a home season, and I really hope that the Crystal King is this giant celestial like thing. That would be epic. I know Ninjago usually deals with big things, but we haven't gotten that big yet. that would make sense, you know, to wrap up this giant arc that's been going for a while. And that is all for this video, looking at 4 different theories and some mini theories in the middle, all based around just one guy, the Crystal King. Comment down below which theory was your favorite, and you know, comment your own theories yourself. I'd like to read them. Make sure you subscribe for more awesome videos like this. If you watched this far, then you've probably liked my video style, so that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching, and as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.